Hi, my name's Simon and I'm here with Milwaukee to talk about everything you need to know about their range of nailers. We often get asked which is the best nailer for my application. The Milwaukee range of nailers covers pretty much all applications, starting with the first fix or framing nailer. That's the machine that shoots the biggest nail for the toughest, most demanding applications, and it's ideally suited to heavy duty work, things like floor joists, stud work and some roofing applications. The second range is the second fix or finish nailer. They shoot a smaller lost head nail and they're ideally suited to jobs like skirtings, architraves and mouldings. The final category are the staplers and they're used for plastics, fabrics and fencing applications as well. Let's just talk a little bit about how these Milwaukee nailers work. In short, they're powered by a combination of a brushless power state motor and a nitrogen air spring. That combination eliminates many of the shortcomings of other systems. For example, other systems are powered by perhaps a flywheel, which gives ramp-up problems. Other systems can be powered by gas, and there's temperature-related issues associated with them. And other systems can be powered by a pneumatic airline, which is just not convenient. But it's the lack of ramp-up speed that really is impressive on these nailers, and that's what I'm going to demonstrate for you now. That was 9 nails delivered in about 3 seconds. That is pretty impressive. There's one or two features that I'd like to talk about on this first fix framing nailer, starting with how you turn the machine on. Milwaukee have kept it very simple. You press a button on the back of the machine. That defaults to single fire mode, indicated by that LED there. Before you get firing nails, it's important to set the depth of the nail, where it's going to finish in your workpiece. Currently, it's set to maximum depth, so I'll show you what that looks like now. You can see that's gone quite a long way into the timber. Sometimes you want the nail to finish flush. To make that alteration, it's as simple as winding this knob here. So I've wound that to all the way flush, and I'll show you what that looks like in the workpiece. Nice and flush. Sometimes you don't want it flush, but you don't want it all the way buried into the timber. So you've got almost infinite settings in between flush and completely buried. You're free to choose whatever suits your application. So what you've just seen is the machine operating in single fire mode, but the party piece, my favorite feature, is the bump mode, and that's what we're going to look at now. To engage that mode, it's as simple as hold the mode button down until the bump mode LED is lit up, and then you're free to fire at will. Now that's interesting. It's stopped firing, and that's for good reason. That's a built-in safety feature. When you get down to the last 7 nails, it will stop firing. It will not fire any more nails. And that's for 2 reasons: to prevent any dry firing, which could cause a jam, and to remind you that it needs some more nails in the magazine. So let's take a look at the second fix nailers from Milwaukee. They offer 15, 16 and 18 gauge versions, 15 being the thickest nails and 18 being the thinnest. Now that seems a little bit counterintuitive, but those numbers are based on historical fact. In terms of which one to choose, it's really driven by the end user and their specific application. For example, 15 gauge is for the more heavy-duty internal applications, and 18 gauge is for the very, very fine finish work. There's more information about these nailers available on the website. The last thing to mention is the fact that all of these nailers require consumables. Milwaukee offer a full range covering stainless steel, galvanized and ring shank nails. If you follow the link in the description, that will take you to the Milwaukee website where you can find your perfectly matched accessory for your individual nail gun. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more Milwaukee videos.